Hey guys, today we begin with the creation of the world. God creates the heavens, the earth, and everything in 6 days, rests on the 7th. So before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. And let me know in the comments. It's always fascinating to see who's joining us. Before time itself had a name, there was only stillness. An endless, breathless quiet stretching in every direction. No stars blinked in the dark. No whisper of wind moved through emptiness. It was a space without sound, without color, without form. Imagine standing in a place where even place does not exist, only the deep hush of waiting. And then, out of that infinite silence, something stirred. A thought, a will, a presence so vast that it filled the void itself. This was God, unseen yet everywhere, timeless and unbound. The silence listened as he spoke for the first time. Not in thunder, not in language, but in pure command. From that single act of speech, creation began to tremble awake, like a universe taking its first breath. Everything that would ever be was already written in that one eternal moment. Let there be light. The words ripple through the endless dark, and suddenly, there it is. A brilliance so pure it shatters the silence, spilling warmth into every hidden corner of the void. You can almost feel it on your skin, this first light, spreading like dawn across the face of nothingness. Shadows flee as day is born, and for the first time, there is rhythm. Light and darkness taking turns, like breathing. God looks upon what he has made, and it is good. The light does not yet come from a sun. It exists simply because he willed it to. A new kind of order settles into the universe, and time itself begins ticking. Morning, evening, the first day. Creation now has a pulse, a heartbeat of light and shadow. The world has opened its eyes. The second day rises in the glow of that newborn light, and the formless deep begins to stir. You hear the rush of unseen waters, boundless and unmeasured, swirling beneath a vast invisible hand. Then God speaks again, and his voice divides the chaos. Let there be a space between the waters. And there it is, the sky. A great endless expanse stretching like a bridge between what is below and what lies above. The waters separate, obeying a command older than any tide, and a dome of clarity unfolds. It shimmers with quiet beauty, limitless and calm. You gaze upward and see nothing but possibility, blue upon blue, a ceiling of serenity. The heavens are born, vast enough to hold every cloud, every storm, every dream yet to come. And God names this space sky, smiling at its perfect stillness. Now the earth waits beneath the wide sky, wrapped in waters that know no shore. But God's voice calls again, rich and steady. Let the waters beneath the sky be gathered into one place, so dry ground may appear. Instantly the oceans draw back, rolling and tumbling into their deep basins. Mountains rise where the sea once lay, and valleys stretch open like the folds of a newborn world. The ground gleams wet and raw, its scent sharp and clean. Rivers carve their paths, eager to flow, while the sea hums softly in its newfound rhythm. God looks and names the dry ground land, and the gathered waters he calls seas. Their edges meet in harmony, solid and liquid, firm and flowing. The first landscapes take form under his gaze, and the world begins to feel like a place that could cradle life. The land lies bare beneath the open sky, its soil rich yet silent, waiting for its first touch of life. Then God speaks again, his words weaving through the air like a song. Let the earth bring forth vegetation, plants bearing seed, and trees bearing fruit. Instantly green bursts across the barren world. Tiny shoots unfurl from the soil, stretching toward the light that dances above. Grass spreads like a soft carpet over hills and plains. Trees rise tall and strong, leaves shimmering with dew. Fruits swell with color, gold, crimson, deep purple, each carrying the promise of more life within. The scent of earth changes, sweet and new, filled with the perfume of beginnings. You can almost hear the whisper of leaves, the hush of wind through branches. The world breathes for the first time alive in its growing, blooming wonder. The world now glows with green and gold, yet above it the sky remains a pale, directionless light. So God speaks once more, his voice steady as the turning of time itself. Let there be lights in the sky to divide day from night, to mark seasons, days, and years. And the heavens obey. The great sun blazes into being, its warmth spilling over mountains and seas, awakening color and rhythm. Then the moon rises, softer, serene, taking her place to guard the quiet hours of night. Around them, a million stars ignite, pinpricks of wonder scattered across the vast dark, twinkling like eternal promises. The dance of light and shadow becomes a language written across the sky. You feel time begin to move with purpose now, morning giving way to evening, day to night, the gentle heartbeat of creation finding its steady rhythm. Beneath the sun's golden gaze, the waters shimmer with anticipation. The world is ready for motion, for voices other than the wind. And so God speaks again. Let the waters teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the sky. In an instant, the oceans stir. Shadows dart through the depths, sleek fish flashing silver, great whales rolling in song, tiny schools of life swirling like living jewels. Above, the air fills with wings. Birds of every color and shape soar and call, their cries echoing through the new world. The sea foams with energy. The sky trembles with flight, and the still earth listens in awe. God blesses them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, fill the seas and the skies." The first symphony of life begins, bubbling, splashing, fluttering, a chorus of joy in motion. Now the earth itself waits to join the dance. The waves have life, the skies have wings, but the land lies silent, longing to move. God's voice comes once more, deep and sure. Let the earth bring forth living creatures according to their kinds. And the ground begins to tremble, not in fear, but in birth. From soil and shadow come forms of every kind, lions stretching in the sun, deer leaping through tall grass, elephants trumpeting across the plains. Tiny creatures scurry beneath leaves, their hearts beating fast with wonder. The forests echo with life, every corner breathing, moving, thriving. Each creature knows its place, its rhythm in this vast design. God watches, pleased, as the land fills with sound. The footsteps of creation itself. The world is no longer still. It pulses with wild, beautiful motion. The world is alive now, sky, sea, and land bursting with sound and color, but something is still missing. Creation hums like an unfinished song. Then God says, "Let us make mankind in our image, after our likeness." From the dust of the ground, he shapes a form, hands, face, breath. The first human lies still for a moment, then life floods in as God breathes his spirit into him. Eyes open, lungs fill, and the first heartbeat echoes through creation. He is called Adam, earthborn, yet touched by heaven. Around him the world feels suddenly personal, every breeze a whisper, every sound a greeting. Unlike any creature, he can think, imagine, and choose. He is not just alive, he is aware. And God looks upon this final masterpiece, smiling at the reflection of his own image in human eyes. God now prepares a home for the man, a place unlike any other, filled with beauty and peace. He plants a garden in the east called Eden, where rivers flow like silver threads through lush meadows and quiet groves. Trees rise tall and graceful, heavy with fruit that glows in the sunlight. Flowers of every color bloom underfoot, and the air carries the scent of life itself. In this garden, nothing harms or fears. Every living thing moves in gentle harmony. God places Adam there to tend and care for it, to walk among its wonders. In the cool of the day, God himself strolls through the garden, his presence like the soft warmth of sunset. Eden becomes the heart of creation, a sanctuary of balance, where heaven and earth meet in quiet conversation. Yet even in paradise, God sees something missing. Adam moves through the garden naming every creature, yet none are like him. The birds sing, The lions roar, but no voice answers his in understanding. God, in his kindness, decides that man should not be alone. So he causes Adam to fall into a deep, peaceful sleep. From Adam's side, God takes a single rib and shapes it carefully into a living being. When Adam awakens, he beholds her, woman, like him yet wondrously different, her eyes reflecting the same divine spark. Joy fills the air as Adam exclaims, "This is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh." They walk together beneath the trees, their laughter mingling with the rustle of leaves. For the first time, companionship graces creation and the world feels completely whole. Now the garden hums with perfect harmony. Every creature moves in rhythm with the next, and every breath seems to sing praise. Adam and the woman live without fear or sorrow. The air itself feels kind. The rivers sparkle like glass, feeding the trees whose branches shelter songbirds and fruit alike. No predator hunts, no heart hides. Everything exists in peace. Work is joy, rest is easy, and even silence feels alive. God walks among his creation, pleased with the balance of all he has made. The humans know him not as a distant ruler, but as a presence close and warm, like sunlight on skin. Every heartbeat echoes his rhythm, every breeze carries his peace. The world stands in a holy stillness, complete, alive, and unbroken. It is as if creation is holding its breath in perfect love. Then comes the seventh day, a pause, a breath, a sacred stillness spreading across creation. The waves slow their rhythm, the winds rest upon the trees, and even the stars seem to shine more softly. God looks upon all he has made, the light and land, the seas and skies, the creatures and humankind, and it is very good. Every element fits perfectly within the great design. Nothing needs to be added, nothing taken away. So God blesses this day and sets it apart as holy, a day of rest. Not because he is weary, but because rest itself is part of creation's beauty. The world learns stillness, the pulse of life steadies. It is the first Sabbath, the world's first moment of peace, an eternal reminder that even creation was born from both work and rest, action and calm. The seventh day fades gently into the next, and the world glows beneath a calm sky. The rivers run clear, the forests breathe in quiet rhythm, and the air hums with balance. Creation stands complete, a perfect harmony of light, land, and life. You can almost see the reflection of God's joy shimmering in the still waters. Every color seems deeper, every sound softer, as if the earth itself knows it has reached fulfillment. Nothing rushes now, everything simply is. From the smallest seed to the tallest mountain, all things rest in their purpose. This is the beauty of completion, not just the end of work, but the fullness of meaning. The Creator has spoken, shaped, and blessed, and now watches with love as his world moves peacefully within the laws he set. Perfection breathes, and now, as the echoes of creation fade into calm, you begin to see yourself within it. The same breath that stirred the first light, that shaped mountains and oceans, also lives quietly inside you. You are part of that divine rhythm, born from the same love that spoke stars into being. Every sunrise you witness, every breeze that touches your face, is a whisper from that first week of wonder. The story isn't only ancient, it continues each day you breathe, move, and dream. When you rest, you join the seventh day's stillness. When you create, you echo the Creator's voice. The world around you is not just scenery, it is memory, living and sacred. Close your eyes and feel it, the pulse of creation still beating within your heart. So now, as the story settles into quiet, let the peace of that first Sabbath rest over you. Imagine the gentle hush of Eden, the glow of the first dawn soft against your skin. The world is new again, clean, calm, and full of promise. You are part of that beginning, woven into the light itself. Breathe slowly, as the stars blink above an unbroken sky. Let your thoughts drift with the rhythm of creation until only stillness remains. In that stillness, know this: you are seen, you are loved, and you are home.